Hello everyone, this is Douglas E. Welch and welcome back to another WordPress Wednesday for careers in new media. For more information, you can always visit the website douglasewelch.com/new media. There you'll find links to all the past WordPress Wednesday episodes as well as everything else that I do. Now today I've decided we're going to investigate the posting interface of WordPress. This is where you spend most of your time in WordPress creating your actual blog posts. So first thing we're going to do is go over here to our post menu in the sidebar. We're going to say add new. Now the first and foremost thing you must do when you create your WordPress blog post is have a good title, a good headline. So we're going to put exactly that in, good headline. You want this headline to attract people to go ahead and read the further blog post, no matter where they may see it, whether it's linked in a Twitter, a Facebook, or through your RSS feed. Now down here in the body of our post message, you can see that you have a standard set of tools that you're probably familiar with from other programs you might use, like Microsoft Word or other word processors or other sites. So first of all, we have bold, italic, strike through. Now you'll notice one of the nice things about WordPress, like most programs today, is that when we point at one of our tools in our toolbar here, it actually tells us what it is if we just point and wait for just a second. It also gives us some keyboard shortcuts, so you can see that for italic it's Control-I, for strike through Alt-Shift-D, and so on and so forth. So for example, if we simply type in "this is a test" as our first initial line there, we're going to select that line and we're going to say, now make that bold, make that italic. If I want to turn it off, I can simply click the button again and the setting goes away. As we move across our toolbar, we get a little more advanced. We've got our bulleted list, we have our numbered list, or as they are called in HTML, an unordered list, which means they're just bullets, or an ordered list, which means it will actually attempt to number them as you type them in. So for example, if I say item 1, item 2, item 3, for example, I select those 3 items with my mouse and I click the unordered list. You'll see that they're just standard bullet marks like we see. I use this one a lot. I think it really helps to define parts of your blog post, makes it easier to read. Now if you wanted to number the list, we just click ordered list and you'll see that it'll automatically number it. And if we click return and add another item, you can see that it continues the numbering as we go down. The next icon over here is the block quote. I tend to use this one a lot too. What a block quote does is it takes the selected items and text, sort of indents it a little bit, and in some WordPress themes, depending on the theme you're using, it'll actually put a nice little sidebar here or a quote mark, graphic, or some such thing. You'll have to see how it works with your particular theme to know exactly how it's going to format it, but I think it's really nice again to set out certain portions of text, typically quotes from another source, so that people understand, hey, that's a quote from another book, another blog post, or whatever. After that, we see our standard justification elements: align left, align center, align right. Often don't align right, don't use that one very much. Sometimes I'll center items. Usually though, we just use the standard left justification. 2 important icons right after that, the link icons. That allows us to select a certain piece of text or group of text. If I hit link, it then asks me for the link that I want to forward that particular piece of text or graphic to. In this case, we'll just send it over to the Careers in New Media website here, douglasewelch.com/new media. As an example, you can also give a title to that, which will show up if you point at the link. Typically, I leave that blank. Hit add link, and now you'll notice this is now a link. Now if you wanted to unlink that, you can simply select that text again and notice that the unlink icon becomes available. We could click that and that link will go away. The next icon is the more tag. Don't use this a lot, typically used when you have a very long blog post. What the more link does, we're just going to click that and you'll see it just inserts a little more line here. What that does is particular to WordPress. It shows readers the upper part of the blog post and then a little link that says more. It doesn't show them the entire length of the blog post. This is used to save space on your home page, where if you have a very long blog post, it's going to make people scroll quite a bit to get to the other posts on the page. Using the more button is a way of saying, here's kind of a summary of the article, click the more button to read the entire thing. Next over is the spell check or proofread writing icon. Again, most of our browsers today do spell checking and such automatically, so not used a whole lot. This icon allows us to go into distraction-free writing mode, which if you're distracted very easily, it is very nice because it basically blows it up full screen. It removes all the typical cruft and it just allows you to focus on creating the blog post. When you're done, you can simply say exit full screen and you'll go back to the standard posting interface. Now you may notice that this is a fairly limited set of icons here. There is a way to turn on even more items in your toolbar here, and that's by this last icon here. If we point at it for a second, it's going to say show or hide kitchen sink, and that's exactly what it does. It opens up a whole new line of icons for us with different options. Now first of all is a style icon here. Normal styling is just a paragraph, but say you wanted this line right here to be a headline. So we could come down here and say make that headline 1. And you can see there are other styles you can also apply. These are standard HTML styles, and again, they are affected directly by the theme that you're using. Your theme is going to say, oh, that's a headline 1 style. Here's how I format that style. So again, you're going to have to look at how your style particularly deals with that. We also have underline. We then have align full or full justification, which if you had a large piece of text, it would try and line up each side of the text. Again, don't use that one a lot. You have some basic settings here for text color, which you can change. You don't want to go crazy with that, and again, your theme may actually override some of those settings. Next over is paste as plain text. This can be very useful. If you're on another web page and you copy a piece of text, it's going to try and carry that formatting with it, which sometimes is not what you want. Oftentimes you just want the text itself and then allow yourself to go back and format it as you wish. So paste as text makes that very, very simple. The other one is paste from Word. Microsoft Word can insert a lot of odd codes and a lot of odd formatting sometimes. So this is specifically designed to, if you copy something or cut something from Word, when you paste it in here, it will try to deal with that in a better fashion. The final one here, remove formatting. This is sometimes very useful. Sometimes if you get something pasted in with a lot of formatting, or you decide, oh, I really did over format that, I don't want that after all, you can click that button and it's going to remove all the extra formatting. Notice the color and the underline went away on that one item. Sometimes you want to insert custom characters like bullets or icons or card suits or whatever. This icon allows you to easily select those special characters from a menu and simply insert them into your text. These two icons, you see the one is dimmed here, that's indent and outdent. So we can say just indent this section or this line or bring it back out, and you can actually do it multiple times to push it around a little bit. Sometimes this is useful for making outline mode stuff where you don't really need to use the bulleted list or the numbered list, you just want to do some basic indented formatting. Undo is this little arrow, the back arrow here, where I can undo the last thing I did, and I can also then redo the last item I did. And if you need further help, there's our help icon right there. Alt-Shift-H is a keyboard shortcut to get there. So that's a quick overview of all the tools here in the WordPress post toolbar. In future episodes, we'll actually talk about some of these publishing options, categories, and tags here on the right as well. I hope this has been useful to you. For more information, you can always visit the website, douglasewelch.com/new media. This has been WordPress Wednesday. I'm Douglas E. Welch. Until next time, keep on blogging. For more information on WordPress, visit wordpress.com.